Enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired. This is for all you multi-talented, multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money. Are you ready? They are ready. Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here.
It's always a good time. That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good. Very good. Coming in hot. Jimmy coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Oh.
Good morning, America. I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be here.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in.
That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, Lara, Ginger.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Well, hello to you. Good morning to you all. Welcome in to another edition of Brandy's Virtual Tour Live. Happy Monday to you all. Man, this past weekend, child, had me a whole headache and then some, but I am much better now. And I'm glad to see all of you here. Yes, indeedy. Y'all, we got a lot to talk about this morning. My Lord, we have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 destinations for y'all this morning. Gina Huynh, the woman that did not show up to today's trial, she wrote a letter asking Diddy to be out on bail. What? After everything that was said in the trial, like, really, this is what you want to do? Okay, child. I mean, I know you said in a recent interview that you're not afraid of him, but child, okay. You do realize he has, free will to choose who he wants to choose, right? To get revenge on. Okay. Then right after that is $1 million. $1 million anymore. We'll get into that. Lizzo is getting ready to start her first movie ever with Rosetta Tharpe. We'll talk about that. Barack Obama and 47. Who would win in a hypothetical election? I'll give you the result. Michelle Obama laid into Stephen A. Smith, and Stephen A. Smith is not too pleased. Brother, she is the first lady. You are a nobody, sir, okay? Then, of course, Kamala Harris. There have been articles saying that she has won the presidency, which we all really knew that. But she's coming out with a new book. We'll get into that. Khloe Kardashian did a big thing for her ex Tristan Thompson and is going to movie for sure. And then y'all know Celsius, the energy drink. Well, apparently they got replaced with something else. We'll talk about that. Higher is Wayne, low is available. But either way, we are live on tour. Let me take down this iconic intro here. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. One thing to know, two things for sure, that over here on this channel, a lot happens. Roll it.
It's a new morning for America's family. Sun's coming up, so make it all that it can be. You know a lot happens early.
I'm Harry Smith.
I'm Julie Chen. I'm Maggie Rodriguez.
Morning everywhere. Come on, get up.
I'm Russ Mitchell.
And I'm Dave Price.
And it's a little early for this.
Right now, this it's a new morning for America's family. Sun's coming up, so make it all that it can be. You know a lot happens early. Every day's good when you started it out right. But whenever you start the daylight, a lot happens early. Can you feel it when I say?
Good morning, everybody.
Are you girls ready for the Jonas Brothers?
We have an early show exclusive. Yes.
A lot happens early.
Early.
A lot.
A lot.
A lot happens
Early.
The Early Show, weekday mornings on CBS.
It's a new morning.
Yes, it is Julie Chen Moonves. It is a new morning to Russ Mitchell, Dave Price, Harry Smith, and Maggie Rodriguez. You are absolutely right on this channel. A lot happens early. Good morning, everybody. Welcome in. Let's get to the getting and doing what we do. Because, child, this first destination, ooh, I feel some ways about it. Let's get into it. From TMZ, Diddy's ex Gina Huynh. He's a changed man, Judge. Victim 3 wants him out on bail. This is an exclusive from TMZ. Ooh, Lord. Here's the thing that I don't get, right? He's a changed man, Judge, but yet you his ex, though. How does that work? Okay, Chad. Diddy's ex-girlfriend, Gina Huynh, victim number 3 in the federal indictment, who was a no-show in court after prosecutors subpoenaed her, just went to bat for him in his bid to get out of jail pending sentencing. So if y'all subpoenaed her, could she be in trouble and have some charges to her because she didn't come to the trial? I'm just asking questions. In new legal documents obtained by TMZ, Gina pens a letter to the judge in Diddy's criminal case supporting Diddy's motion for bail. So, child, let's read the letter, shall we? It's 2 pages. Dear Your Honor, my name is Gina Huynh, and I am writing as the person identified as victim 3 in this case. I have known Sean Combs for many years, both in a personal and professional capacity. From that experience, I have seen him primarily as a father, a family man, and a businessman, roles he's always striving to uphold. I provide this letter to share my observations about his character, to respectfully request that the court permits his release on bond while the case proceeds. I acknowledge and respect that Mr. Combs stands accused and that the court must weigh public safety and the integrity of the legal process. At the same time, I believe it is important for the court to have a full picture of who he is beyond the allegations. Our relationship, like many, wasn't always perfect. We experienced ups and downs, and mistakes were made, but he was willing to acknowledge his mistakes and make better decisions in the future. Over the years that followed, he made visible efforts to become a better person and to address the harm that he caused. By the time our relationship ended, he embodied an energy of love, patience, and gentleness that was marked differently from his past behavior. To my knowledge, he has not been violent for many years, To your knowledge, sweetheart, he was still planning freak-offs leading up to his arrest. Moving on. And he's been he has been committed to being a father first. I am Ryan because I do not view Mr. Combs as a danger to me or to the community. First of all, I don't think the community ever elected you to be a voice for them, okay? And this should just be for you. You should have just said, as a danger to me. This is his first criminal case. Throughout the investigation and proceedings, he has been cooperative, respectful, and compliant. So how would you know that he was cooperative, respectful, and compliant when you got subpoenaed and you didn't come to the trial? You only know what you know based on what we hear. The hell? He has substantial ties to his family and community, including children who depend on him for emotional and financial support. So wait a minute. So they can't get off their lazy asses and work? Are you serious? Dependent on him for emotional and financial support. Oh, Lord Jesus. All right, now listen. Not Gina Huynh being a Joycelyn Savage for P. Diddy. Granting him bond will allow him to continue caring for his family and fulfilling his responsibilities while still subject to the court supervision. I want to assure the court that if released, I believe Mr. Combs will adhere to all conditions imposed, will not jeopardize his freedom or the well-being of his family, allowing him to be at home, will also support the healing process for all involved. I respectfully ask that you consider these factors when deciding his eligibility for release. Thank you for your time and consideration. Respectfully, Gina Huynh. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's, wow. Wow. You know, let me see something. I just want to see if does she have any children, because and believe me, y'all, I'm laughing at her now if she has children. Okay, so let me see. Okay, let's see. Okay, so she does have a daughter. Okay. Child, would you want any of this to happen to your daughter? Right? And not to mention, too, there was a bit back and forth between Young Miami and Gina Huynh, including a AB, right? So it's just, I just, like, God forbid that this happens to anybody else, right? I just don't get it. I just do not get it. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Let's finish out this article here. Let's see here. Gina says she's known Diddy for years and she's mostly seen him as a father, family man, and businessman, not a criminal. She says their relationship had its ups and downs, but she says when Diddy made mistakes, he was willing to acknowledge them and make better decisions moving forward. Gina says Diddy became a better person by the time the relationship ended. He embodied an energy of love, patience, and gentleness that was marked differently from his past behavior. Prosecutors and the judge cited Diddy's violent behavior as a reason for keeping him in jail pending his October 3rd sentencing. By the way, October 3rd at 10 a.m. in that same courthouse. So believe me, it will be packed. But Gina says, as far as she knows, Diddy has not been violent for many years and he has committed to being a father first. Gina tells the judge that she doesn't think Diddy poses a danger to her or the community if he gets freed on bail. She says he should be released from jail so he can care for his family and kids who depend on him for emotional and financial support. She also says if Diggs released, she is confident he will follow all conditions. Diggs' defense have been going back and forth. Prosecutors and a second attempt to get Diggs released on bail, and the judge has yet to rule. So my thing is this: are you going to be his babysitter to make sure all this, goes down? Because that's what it's sounding like. I can't do it. I can't do it. So I found this from Fandom Wire. Okay, so Gina Huynh chilling tale what P. Diddy did to her during their 5-year relationship. Model Gina Huynh resurfaced allegations against P. Diddy shed disturbing light on their tumultuous 5-year romance. In the swirling vortex of controversy surrounding Sean Combs, better known to the world as P. Diddy, there's a voice that was speaking out long before the current wave of accusations at the headlines. As the music mogul faces an ever-growing mountain of legal troubles, including federal charges and dozens of lawsuits, allegations from former girlfriend Gina Huynh have resurfaced with a chilling new relevance. Her story, once largely overlooked by mainstream media, now appears to be a part of a much larger pattern of alleged behavior. The model's claims of physical and emotional abuse during their tumultuous 5-year relationship from 2014 to 2019 have gained new significance as more accusers come forward. Let's take a deeper look at what Huynh has alleged and how her story fits into the bigger picture of allegations now threatening one of hip-hop's most powerful figures. The disturbing allegations that came before Cassie Ventura's lawsuit. You might have first heard about the accusations against P. Diddy when Cassie Ventura filed her headline-making lawsuit in November 2023. But the truth is, the warning signs were there much earlier. Model Gina Huynh had already shared her story of alleged abuse, though it didn't make many waves at the time, and now it seems like a prophetic interview with YouTube personality Tasha K. I'm sorry, okay, listen, I'll mention her name correctly for the article, okay? Tasha K, but we call her Tasha K over here. Huynh detailed what she described as a troubling pattern of physical and emotional abuse throughout her relationship with the rapper. So that's Gina V. Huynh there. What makes this particularly interesting is the time that Huynh's relationship with Diddy reportedly took place during a period where he and Cassie were on and off, creating a complex timeline of overlapping relationships. While the media largely ignored Huynh's claims when they first emerged, that they are now being viewed through an entirely different lens. With the benefit of hindsight and in the context of mounting allegations from numerous other individuals, her story has become an important piece of a disturbing puzzle that continues to grow with each passing month. Gina Huyhn's harrowing account of physical abuse. Trigger warning for everybody here. When you hear the details of what Gina Huynh allegedly experienced, it's hard not to feel a chill run down your spine. Among the most disturbing claims, Huynh alleged that they once stomped on my stomach like really hard and took the wind out of my breath. Now we know that, Cassie, she did get her head hit on a headboard, right? She was dragged by her hair and she was beaten, right? She had to have makeup, covered. She had to have her makeup tastefully done when going outside. Of course, Jane Doe also was abused as well, right? Even though we all know who it is, but we can't say who it is. So it's interesting that you gave this interview to Tasha K, and you said he stomped on my stomach like really hard, like took the wind out my breath, but yet you're writing a letter in defense of him. Okay. Just try to imagine the terror of that moment, unable to breathe completely at someone else's mercy. I couldn't breathe, but he kept hitting me. I was like pleading to him, can you just stop? I can't breathe. She reportedly told Tasha K in her interview the desperation in those words paints a vivid and troubling picture. So here is part 2. So there, it looks like it's part 1 and part 2. According to Huynh, the alleged assault didn't end with the stomping incident. She claimed that they then began pulling her hair and repeatedly punching her in the back of the head. I just want Gina to know how dumb her ass looks. because this correlates to James Doe's testimony and Cassie's testimony and everybody's testimony that was in that court. Now, obviously, even though you're an ex, you can't say if he's changed or not. Obviously, you still have a mental soul tie or some type of soul tie with him. Because somebody who would not really give a damn about a person who did this to them, they will be moving in that energy. Just keeping it above. But this becomes a detail that becomes even more disturbing when you consider her additional claim that he allegedly targeted areas where her hair would cover signs of her injuries. It's just not just violence, but a calculated approach to concealing that violence from the outside world. He was mentally, emotionally, and physically abusing me, she claimed in the interview, describing what sounds like a comprehensive pattern of control and alleged mistreatment that went far beyond any single incident. Comparisons to Cassie and claims of enabling behavior. If you've ever been in a relationship where you're constantly compared to someone else, you know how deeply that can cut. Now imagine that happening in what was allegedly already an abusive situation. In one of the more psychologically twisted elements of her claims, Huynh alleged that they directly compare her unfavorably to Cassie, reportedly telling her that I'm the bad one, she's a good one. This kind of emotional manipulation allegedly accompanied the physical abuse, creating a double-edged sword of control. What's perhaps even more troubling about Huynh allegations is the environment she describes around Diddy. She claimed that allegedly everyone in his circle allowed him to abuse her multiple times. That reminds me of when Cassie was, up in a airplane, right? And Diddy was mollywopping her, and Cassie asked, "Is anybody going to stop this?" Right? So. Think about that for a second, rather. Not just one person allegedly causing harm, but an entire entourage of people who supposedly watched it and did nothing. It paints a picture of a powerful man surrounded by neighbors who prioritize their connection to fame and fortune over the well-being of others. So, Gina Huynh right here says says, "Listen, I'm good where I'm at." So I'm guessing that is Diddy's son. And that is their daughter there, or Gina's daughter, and Diddy's the stepdad. Either way, yeah, that's what it is. Okay. This alleged pattern of enabling behavior has become a common thread throughout many of the accusations against Diddy, with multiple alleged victims suggesting that his status and wealth created a shield of protection around him, one that allowed problematic behavior to continue unchecked for years. If these allegations are true, they speak to a much larger issue of power dynamics in the entertainment industry. Allegations of pressure to terminate pregnancy. The claims Gina Huynh may go beyond just physical violence, venturing into territory that many might find even more disturbing. According to her interview after becoming pregnant with Diddy's child, he allegedly offered her an astounding $50,000 to get an AB. Just let that sink in. That's the price tag allegedly to put on a potential human life in this situation. What's particularly heartbreaking about Huyng's account is her explanation for why she declined the money. What's particularly heartbreaking about Huyng's account is her explanation for why she says she declined the money. "I turned the money down because I just loved him. I wanted to. I was like trying to prove that," she said in the interview. "I wasn't the girl that wanted him for money. Right? I just cared about him. I just want him to be nice to me. That's it." There's something profoundly sad about someone allegedly being offered a pregnancy and refusing it, not necessarily to keep the baby, but to prove their love to the person allegedly pressuring them. So that is Gina's daughter. Like I said, this is all on Gina. I don't wish nothing bad on the daughter, but to write a letter when you have went through all this, and God forbid happens to this beautiful young lady here, it's just sick, tired, and trashy behavior to me. It's gutter, downright disrespectful, and just ass a 9, ass a 10, ass 11, ass 12, ass 13, the words Stephen A. Smith. Huynh also claimed to have had second AB resulting from her relationship with Diddy, though she didn't provide as many details about the circumstances surrounding that situation. These allegations, if true, suggest a pattern of reproductive control that would add yet another troubling dimension to an already disturbing set of claims against the music mogul. A pattern of allegations emerges. You know how they say when there's smoke, there's fire. Well, in this case, we're talking about a whole lot of smoke. Huygh's claims have taken on new significance in light of Cassie Ventura's lawsuit, which alleged that Diddy controlled and abused her for over a decade. Ventura's accusations were stunning similar in many ways. She accused him of beating her, forcing her to take drugs, even ordering her to have sex with male prostitutes while he watched and recorded the encounters. The parallels between these two women's stories, told years apart, are impossible to ignore. What's particularly noticeable is that, according to the information provided, P. Diddy doesn't appear to have previously responded specifically to Huygh's allegations. However, he has vehemently denied all of the offensive and outrageous allegations contained in Cassie's lawsuit. The silence of one set of accusations and denial of another creates an interesting dynamic as the public tries to piece together what might have actually happened. Multiple people start coming forward with similar stories about the same person spanning different time periods and relationships. It becomes harder and harder to dismiss them as isolated incidents or misunderstandings. While everyone deserves the presumption of innocence until proven guilty, the sheer volume of accusations against Diddy has created a situation where many are finding it difficult not to see a pattern emerging. The mounting legal troubles facing Diddy. Let's talk numbers for a moment because there's really a story to tell. Because they really tell a story here, rather. As of October 2024, Combs has faced at least 10 civil lawsuits related to abuse and sexual misconduct. Accusations including rape, drug facilitated sexual assault, child abuse, and sexual harassment, but that was just the beginning of his legal nightmare. In September 2024, things got even more serious when he was federally charged with sex trafficking, racketeering, and transportation to engage in prostitution. These aren't just civil matters anymore. We're talking about federal criminal charges, rather, that could potentially lead to serious prison time. His trial began on May 5th, 2025, with opening statements and witness testimony just started a couple months ago on May 12th, 2025. And here's where it gets truly mind-boggling. The Washington Post reported back in October 2024 that a team of lawyers was preparing to file as many as 120 more lawsuits, covering alleged assaults that took place during the 2000s and 2010s. Among the plaintiffs are reportedly 25 minors, both male and female. Half of these alleged victims say they reported the assault to police, a doctor, or to the FBI. Some claim to have been drugged or offered hush money. Through all this, Combs has pled not guilty to all federal criminal charges from 2024. He maintains innocence even as accusations continue to pile up at an alarming rate. Now, he is up for 20 years in jail. So, to all the Diddy supporters, he's not out the woods yet. On October 10th, or wait a minute, I think it was October 10th. Let me see. Here. This is okay. Sorry. Diddy's sentencing date. October 3rd, sorry. So on October 3rd at 10 a.m. that's why I was thinking the 10. That's why I was thinking 10 from. October 3rd, 10 a.m. If the judge says that he is going to jail for 20 years, that is happening. That is happening. Okay. So, yeah, he's not going to jail for life, even though the jury was a dumbass jury and should have did the right thing, but that's neither here nor there, but it's all the way needed to be said. Through all this, Combs has pled not guilty to all federal criminal charges for 2024. He's maintained his innocence, even as the accusations continue to pile up at an alarming rate. A voice among many, Gina Huyhn's story is just one thread in what has become an incredibly complex tapestry of allegations against P. Diddy. In January 2025, another lawsuit emerged from a woman who claimed he sexually assaulted her when she was a 16-year-old babysitter back in September 2000, rather. Think about that timeline for a moment. These allegations span decades, suggesting what some might see as a potential long-term pattern of behavior. Rolling Stone report earlier this year, there were over 40 lawsuits against Combs as of early 2025. 40. That's not a number you can easily dismiss or explain away. Each lawsuit represents a person with their own story, their own allegations, and their own claimed experiences with the music vocal. What's particularly striking about these cases is the range of accusations and the diversity of the alleged victims. We're not talking about a single type of alleged misconduct or a particular demographic of accusers. The claims range from physical assault to sexual abuse to drug-facilitated crimes. The alleged victims include both men and women, adults and minors. While the full truth of these allegations will ultimately be determined in court, and everyone deserves their day in court, the sheer volume of accusations paints a troubling picture of music's most powerful figures. Gina Huynh may have been one of the first to speak out, but she certainly wasn't the last. Her voice has now become part of a much larger chorus demanding accountability. First of all, a wonderful written article. Let me give credit to the author here, because it gave you the timeline, but it was meat in the article as well. So let me see who wrote this. Sweat to Raph, shout out to you. And shout out to Fandom Wire for that story there. Okay, so commenting on this article has ended. Okay, so no comments there. Okay. Well, there is that there. All right, y'all, let's talk about it from rollingout.com. Right here. Here we go. It loads up for us here. Right here. Shout out to rollingout.com. 25 years of being a platform on to the next 25. Let's talk about money. How long would $1 million really last you? $1 million right now. I probably would be on a Virgin Voyages right now. A Virgin Voyages cruise, that is. Or Norwegian. I like those too. Royal Caribbean is good too. Carnival, I'm going on the Vista. I'm getting me a Havana cabin. I am not going in that Havana bathtub pool, okay? Moving on. How long would $1 million really last you? The surprising truth about retirement savings in today's economy. Here we go. $1 million sounds like a dream. For many, it symbolizes financial freedom, early retirement, and an end to money worries. But in today's economy, $1 million may not stretch as far as you think. Between rising living costs, unpredictable markets, and long-term care needs, how long your money lasts depends on various personal and economic factors. Inflation erodes your buying power. While the number looks impressive, $1 million today doesn't hold the same weight as it did 30 years ago. Inflation quietly erodes buying power each year. For example, something costing $1 in 1990 might cost close to $2.25 now. Without actively growing or preserving money, that million can diminish faster than expected. Additionally, taxes, investment fees, and daily living expenses chip away nest eggs. Without wise management, what once seemed like a fortune begins feeling like a modest cushion. Lifestyle determines longevity. That's why I always say rich people stay rich by being asleep. Wealthy people stay wealthy by being woke. Because when you're rich, you can just be spending and spending and spending. And if you don't look at your bank account, you can be asleep. But wealthy people stay wealthy because they pay attention to what they're investing in. Moving on. Lifestyle determines longevity. Your lifestyle represents the biggest variable in this equation. Someone living in rich-controlled apartments in small Midwestern towns experiences vastly different finances than someone living in luxury condos in Los Angeles or New York. Modest lifestyle with low-cost housing, frugal living, and no luxury expenses could stretch $1 million 25 to 30 years, especially with additional income like Social Security or pensions. Middle-class lifestyle featuring average rent or mortgages, occasional travel, and modest healthcare expenses might extend funds around 15 to 20 years. luxury lifestyle, including frequent travel, premium healthcare, upscale housing, could deplete millions in 7 to 10 years or sooner. Understanding baseline costs and adjusting them ensures financial longevity. I'll say this when it comes to, $1 million. I have always believed that when I make it in the industry, I don't mind getting a $5 million house. I don't mind getting a Honda Accord, right? Top of the line Honda Accord, the top model, or give me a Cadillac CT5 sedan, and then give me a Lexus LS500 as my off-day car, and paying those off in full, right? I don't know why we try to keep up an image for other people when we have to live in that image every day. I just never understood that. Never understood it. So yes, indeed, their hidden expenses accelerate depletion. While housing and food represent obvious expenses, many hidden or rising costs accelerate money disappearance. Healthcare, even with Medicare or private insurance, out-of-pocket costs reach 6 figures over 20 years. Single major illnesses or long-term care requirements quickly burn through savings. Inflation, even modest 3% inflation rates compound over time. What costs $50,000 yearly today may cost $67,000 in just 10 years. Taxes, unless your million sits in Roth IRAs or tax advantage accounts, every withdrawal faces taxation. Market volatility. Investment losses during market downturns compound when withdrawing money during dips. Family emergencies. Helping kids with college or assisting elderly parents ranks among top reasons savings don't last. Withdrawal strategy shapes survival. Many financial planners recommend 4% withdrawal rates. With $1 million, you withdraw $40,000 annually. At this rate, money likely lasts 25 to 30 years, depending on market performance and spending discipline. But today's volatile economy questions even this rule, but some suggest scaling back to 3.5% or lower for safety. That means just $35,000 yearly, requiring frugal budgeting, especially in high-cost cities. Smart strategies stretch millions further. If you saved or plan to save $1 million, smart financial habits make big differences. Diversify investments. Don't rely on single asset classes. Balance stocks, bonds, real estate, cash, riding out market turbulence. Downsize strategically. Moving to affordable regions or home saves thousands yearly. Delay retirement. Working part-time for additional years reduces how long savings must last while investments keep growing. Stay healthy. Investing in wellness today reduces costs of medical bills later. Budget professionally. Monitor spending, keeping tight lids on unnecessary purchases, subscriptions, or luxury upgrades. $1 million potential remains powerful. Despite economic shifts and rising costs, $1 million remains a strong foundation. It may not mean yachts and private jets, but it buys decades of security when treated respectfully. The difference between thriving and struggling often involves preparation, planning, and adaptation willingness, rather. Financial security isn't just about savings amounts, but how long you make them last while living peacefully, dignified, and joyfully. Making your million work harder. The fantasy of retiring with millions and living worry-free remains alive, but turning dreams into reality requires balancing expectations with strategy. Live within means make intentional choices, get expert advice when needed. $1 million doesn't guarantee forever, but with smart moves and self-awareness, it absolutely provides futures worth living. The key lies in understanding that financial freedom comes not from the amount saved, but from the wisdom applied in spending. I think that this article is right on point. And by the way, I just want to say this. It's not the fact of money is the root of all evil. It is the love of money. That's the root of all evil, okay? And child, beggars, grifters, panhandlers, this, that, the third all around the world, and if you having to ask for money and you judging other people, you can't say shit. Okay. I truly love this article. I think it's actually a very good start for people with trying to learn about financial literacy. And financial literacy is not, telling you what to do with your money, but is basically you being in a space to learn how to not only save your money, but grow your money, right? Because you want to be able to leave a legacy. And legacies are not just financial, but also it's knowledge too. Y'all may not know this, but I think I've said this before many times. I hate a stagnant legacy, right? I want a dynamic legacy. If everybody's a doctor, who's going to be a teacher? If everybody's a teacher, who's going to be a lawyer? If everybody's a lawyer, who's going to be a talk show host to help promote your business, right? So the more diversified your legacy is, the greater wealth your legacy will have. So shout out to rollingout.com, a great article there. Like I said, if you want this article, it is in my description box below. All right. More Brantley's Virtual Tour Live coming up right from this space right here and right now from Black Enterprise. It's been a minute since we heard from blackenterprise.com here, but wanted to bring them up because they got some good stories, some good destinations for sure. Here it is here. Lizzo to portray sister Rosetta Tharpe in upcoming biopic Rosetta. I want to make sister Rosetta Tharpe a household name as big as Elvis. When people talk about rock and roll begins with her, said Lizzo. Let's see. Recording artist Lizzo is set to make her movie debut in Amazon MGM Studios music biopic Rosetta, the godmother of rock and roll, sister Rosetta Tharpe. And she says she discusses on how she wants to make her a household name. In an exclusive interview with Paper, the Grammy Award-winning musician shared her excitement about the upcoming project in which she will star. She wants to incorporate her. Hang on, give me a moment. I don't know, technology is technology, child. If it shuts down, I will be back. Don't worry about that. Oh my God. There we go. Okay, child. There we go. She wants to. So let me do that sentence one more time. In an exclusive interview with Paper, the Grammy Award-winning musician shared her excitement about the upcoming project in which she will star. But I believe she is also a favorite producer as well. She wants to incorporate her musical skills as a classically trained flutist, and she stated that she has learned to play the guitar for the role. In the discussion, she informs the media outlet that she was approached about acting and is taking the opportunity to also produce the biopic outside of playing the lead role in the project. I've been approached about acting. I've got the opportunity to produce and star in the Rosetta Tharpe film. Now, if you guys remember, Lizzo was in the movie Hustlers, right? With J-Lo and Cardi B and Keke Palmer and many other people. She stated that she's excited for the chance to portray the rock and roll legend as Tharpe deserves to be canonized. Rosetta will also be her first major film role, although she may receive accolades if she does a great job of her portrayal, but she's not doing it for awards. She's hoping that with her role in making this happen to her and her portrayal of Tharpe, she can help make her as big a name as Elvis. There we go. This is my first major film role, a starring role. It's early days, but I'm learning guitar right now. She was the greatest guitar player of all time. I mean, she literally invented the electric guitar. I'm not doing it because I won an Oscar. I'm doing it, and I said this about the Big Girl show. Watch out for the big girls, right? I'm not doing it to win an Emmy. I want to make Sister Rosetta Tharpe a household name as big as Elvis. When people talk about rock and roll, begins with her. So first of all, congratulations to Lizzo. Anytime that we can celebrate Hidden Figures and shout out to that great movie and that amazing cast of Janelle Monáe, Taraji P. Henson, and Octavia Spencer, and Taraji in that scene with Kevin Costner about the restroom. Y'all, if y'all haven't seen that film, please, for the love of God, go watch it. It is one of my all-time favorite films. Like I said, we need to celebrate the unknowns and the untolds and the unheards, because the more that we know about them, the more we can protect them, right? So, yes, indeed. So shout out to Lizzo. I can't wait to see the film. I really, really can. And, I know Lizzo is still in her lawsuits and everything else. And child, she did what she did. Right is right, wrong is wrong. I think that was dead wrong what happened to those ladies. Okay. But also in the same token of that, this project of Rosetta Tharpe needs to be seen, heard, and broadcasted to Lati Dati and everybody in the words of Tea Talk with your girl. All right. So with that being said, more Brand New Virtual Tour Live coming up right from the space right here, right now. Y'all, this destination made me so happy. Well, it made me and other people happy, but for 47, but I'm not going to say 47 Sports because they are falling away quickly. Here we go. Here, Obama beats 47 in hypothetical third-term matchup. Cue the 47 meltdown. Let me read that 2 more times. Obama beats 47 in hypothetical third-term matchup. Cue the 47 meltdown. Obama beats 47 in hypothetical third-term matchup. Cue the 47 meltdown. In an imaginary presidential rematch, former President Barack Obama would decisively defeat 47 by 11 points, according to a new national poll. Yeah, let's get into it. Former President Barack Obama would win by a significant margin over 47 if the two were allowed to run a theoretical third-term race, according to a new poll from Daily Mail and JL Partners. The national survey conducted among 1,013 registered voters between July 9th and 10th. Not a lot of time to get, a result, but hey, they got the result here. Found that Obama would receive 52% of the vote to 47's 41%. The 11-point lead exceeds the poll's margin of error of plus or minus 3.1 percentage points. Give me a moment here, y'all. Really? This is what we're doing with technology. Okay, well, while we sit here and wait for technology to work, how y'all doing? Hopefully your Monday is going well. Yes, indeed. It is Monday, 49 minutes after 11 a.m. It is the 4th day of August. And yes, indeed. Okay. See, now it wants to work. Now it wants to work, child. But anyway, happy Monday to you. Glad to have you here. Right here. So I'm going to vote this. Okay. Wait a minute. Where did the poll go? Anyway, well, neither can. Oh, now it wants to show up again. Okay, it's 1 second amendment. Really? Really, though? I was just trying to vote in the damn poll. By the way, why does it say only 4 people, though, have voted? That I don't get. Okay. Y'all can still see it, right? Let me see on my phone real quick. Make sure y'all can still see it. Sometimes StreamYard will be StreamYard and Chrome will be Chroming. Okay, yep, we're good. Okay. Let's see here. Right here. While neither candidate, let me now do that. There we go. All right. While neither candidate is eligible for another term under the 22nd Amendment, which limits presidents to 2 terms, the poll sheds light on the continued popularity and political influence of both men hold in American politics, right? It looked like it only talked about Barack Obama whooping ass on 47. It looked like it to me, but listen. Let's see. Okay, this page has been acting up this morning. Okay, that's great. That is just fantastic. Give it a moment. By the way, this happened to me this morning as I was getting the show ready for you all. Okay, now. Okay, there we go. Now it should be working. Okay. Black Enterprise has been acting up this morning for sure. No, we don't want to talk about the Men Excel Summit right now. Although, go to the Excel Men Summit for 2025. Okay, please do. Network, elevate, and rise up with great black men there. Okay. Now, this here. Okay. The hypothetical matchup highlight deep partisan divisions, but also underscore Obama's enduring appeal across key demographics. Among Hispanic voters, Obama earned 73% support, and among black voters, he secured 68%. Among independent voters, 50% chose Obama, and compared to 39% for 47. While Obama outperformed 47, other prominent Democrats didn't fare well. In similar theoretical matchups, rather, 47 narrowly defeated both former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton and President Joe Biden, according to the same poll. Favorability ratings also showed Obama ahead at 59% compared to 47's 44%. A separate survey conducted earlier this year by Overton Insights from March 24th to 28th shows similar results, with Obama holding a 53% to 47% lead over 47 in a hypothetical 2028 race. That poll had a margin of error of plus or minus 2.7 percentage points. Despite their lasting influence, both men are barred from future presidential campaigns unless the Constitution is amended, a difficult process that requires approval from 2/3 of Congress and three-quarters of state legislators. 47, however, has hinted at alternative paths. In a March 2025 interview with NBC News, he marked, a lot of people want me to do it, but I basically tell them we have a long way to go. It's very early in the administration. There's a lot of what do the young people call it? Haters, incels, waste spawn. As they say, I believe they say. I don't know. I just go off what TikTok tells me. Retired U.S. Army General Barry McCarthy voiced concerns over 47's comments, telling King 5 News, if not checked by media, the American voters, Congress, the court system, Mr. 47 will proceed to autocratic rule by decree. Yeah, he's already doing that with media and businesses by putting them into a fearful state that if they don't do what he asks, then there'll be consequences. When it's like without an economy that is flourishing, what job does the president have at that point? Just keep it up, but my God, like, it's going black, but like there's no advertisement here. Like at all. But it's all good though. It is all good. And speaking of the Obamas, we'll talk about them here in just a minute. Just gonna wait. Okay, so that's the end of the story. What do I think about this story? I'm not surprised. I think, in the words of Ronald Reagan, who said, "Tear down this wall," I think if, they decreed that we could tear down the 47 Presidential Library, I think there would be a mob up there right now. I mean, it would be too far off base, like the president sent a mob up to the Capitol to destroy it because he was mad that he couldn't get his way with the election results, right? So there it is. Speaking of things going on with the Obamas here, I want to pull up this clip of Michelle Obama. She talked about ESPN and Stephen A. Smith, child. Y'all listen to this. Here we go.
I want to educate my brother and even my husband who will be listening. Culture is king. The truth is like they razz me about my love of reality TV and the Real Housewives. I watch it all.
You watch it all?
All of it. They think that sports is better reality TV. I was like, it's the same thing. There's drama in sports.
There's so much drama.
Yeah, that's right.
If I listen to ESPN for an hour, it's like watching the Real Housewives of Atlanta. It's the same drama, and they're yelling at each other, and they don't get along. Stephen A. Smith, he's just like every other talk show host.
Real Housewife.
He would be,
right?
It would be amazing.
So that's why I'm like, what's the difference? Just, it's just sociological drama. I mean, the fact that people over seasons of working together still can't get along.
Right.
They still have the same arguments, and it's not just women, but this happens in sports too.
Right.
I find it fascinating.
It is.
So personally, I didn't think Michelle Obama said anything crazy to me. She's not wrong. I mean, of course there's new players that come into the world of sports, but the players, they've pretty much been the same guard for a very, very long time, right? Like I said, I love Michelle Obama. I really do. And not just because she's black, and not just because she was our first lady and still is our first lady, if we want to keep it a buck, but because honestly, really, this is what we're doing. Hang on, let me get back to y'all. I'm gonna stream y'all here. It's been a very interesting morning. Now afternoon, 12 p.m. Glad to have you here. Good morning, everybody down south. It's 11 a.m. down south as well. Good to see y'all. Okay, can I get back to y'all? There we go. Okay, I'm here with y'all. All right. Like I said, I don't feel like what Michelle Obama said was wrong at all. If anything, I think that what that goes to show is that women are about sports as well. And like I said, Monica McNutt, a legend, Che off of NBA Today, of course, Lisa Leslie, Candace Parker, many, many, many women, Doris Burke as well, Erin Andrews, Pam Oliver, many, many, Taylor Rooks, who just got married. So congratulations to Taylor Rooks. There are women in sports, right? And the WNBA has been, going above and beyond. Ion, the Ion Network owned by EW Scripps. They have WNBA basketball there, and then there's a new 3-on-3 women's league as well. So, like, shout out to women making it do what it do. And like I said, if Gianna Bryant was still here, the WNBA would be on fire. So, of course, as you guys know, Stephen A. Smith did not like that at all. He can't take nobody else having an opinion on him, but yet he can give an opinion on everybody else. Bruh, you got $100 million and you worried about what the first lady said about your behind? Bruh, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You looking weak. You're looking very, very weak. All right, y'all. Here we go. Here we go. Y'all see it right here. And you also gonna slam our president. Bro, watch this shit.
Respectfully disagreed and still remain pretty salty about what you said about us. And I feel even more adamant about what your husband, Barack Obama, said when he talked to those men in Pittsburgh and implied that to not vote for Kamala is because we're engaging in some sort of misogyny. There are issues that matter to every American citizen. And to sort of blackmail us emotionally into trying to compel us to vote one way or another is part of what won Trump the election. Because that side of the aisle was able to look at the left and say, look at what they'll do to win. And y'all talking about him like he's worse. And in a lot of y'all eyes, he is worse. Respectfully.
Oh my God!
Where I want to educate.
First of all, Stephen A., we will gladly save Barack Obama from harm before your ass. That's the first thing. Second thing, Barack Obama got the right to say what the fuck is on his mind, just like your ass does. Do you not recognize the only reason why your ass has a fucking career is because Skip Bayless believed in you? That's the only reason, bro. You got fired from ESPN. Did you forget that, bro? I mean, you talk about it all the time, and your only job is to wake up and make money. You want more flexibility to do a game show, a talk show, this, that, and the third. Motherfucker, what have you done with that since you got the deal? Not shit. You want to go on late night TV? Do you really think that people want to hear your loud, obnoxious, bloviating ass at 11:35 at night? No! Late night TV is supposed to be a social elixir, right? They don't want to hear about the day that was because they already have been in the day that was. They want a fresh, different, and dynamic experience that they can't experience anywhere else, Stephen A. And you go on News Nation, you go on Fox News. Motherfucker, do you not know that your network, your company, Disney, has the #1 morning show in America called Good Morning America? You know what? Let me show you what Morning America looks like. Because maybe, you know what? I think you only went on to promote Straight Shooter, right? But here's Good Morning America. Whoa.
Hey, Good Morning America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money. Are you ready? They are ready. Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here this morning.
It's always a good time. That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good. Very good.
Coming in hot. Jimmy coming in hot.
It's far from elementary. Good morning, America. I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be there.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in.
That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, Lara, Ginger.
Guess what? Now you're in the same building with them. You know what you could do? You could go on GMA 2 to 3 times a week. Join in on some of the hot topics of the day. You could be on Eyewitness News this morning because WABC is in the same building. But no. You won't do that. You haven't hosted the ESPYs. Haven't hosted the Red Carpet, the Up for Debate podcast network. You haven't done. Bruh. Why haven't you teamed up with Charmaine to do the Black Effect Sports Network? Just a question. Why don't you do Stephen A. Straight Shooter Con? Right? A convention where it's for Black content creators, sports content creators. See, these are all things you could be doing, but you ain't doing shit. And your name is Brick. Brick. That is the name of a character that he's got on General Hospital. Out of all names, Brick. The Lego movie has more passion than Stephen A's existence. You want to get upset over the first lady having an opinion about your ass, but yet you can get on ESPN from 10 a.m. to noon and talk about everybody else? And you gonna chastise Barack Obama? Bruh. Just get it. You know what nationality was Stephen A. Smith's mama? Let me see something, because I want to see this. What nationality was Stephen A. Smith's mom? Okay, so from the United States Virgin Islands. Okay. But still, it's like, dude, do you not know what happened to Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands? When the hurricane happened, he was throwing paper towels, bruh. Like, he has deported legal immigrants who have U.S. residency. He went after your network, ABC, because George Stephanopoulos said what needed to be said about the president. And even though the president wasn't charged guilty for raping a woman in a dressing room. Let me pull it up here. Right here, because Stephen A., I guess you don't care about women. Because right here from the Guardian says, judge says E. Jean Carroll allegation 47 raped her is substantially true in court dismissal. Sir, right here. That's what it says right there. That's what it says right there. So ABC has had to pay money. Now, Paramount had to pay money because the president did not like the fact that Kamala Harris was more intelligent than him. Right? So ABC got hit. CBS got hit. He's now about to get on NBC. Right? So, bruh. Do you not know he wants to cut out Medicaid, Medicare? When Dodge was in, Elon Musk, he cut out a whole infrastructure for Social Security, and they were prying into private information. You know, student loan debt. Now, of course, I know your daughters, they went to school full ride. Congratulations to them. Nobody's hanging on nepotism. Shout out to them. But do you not realize for some of your family members that their student loan debt, now it has to be paid back? There are people that can barely get anything, right, in terms of a decent wage. Now they want to take away food stamps. They want to take away Section 8 housing. They want to take resources that can give people a stable foundation so they can get somewhere. Do you not know about the Fearless Fund? That was a Black venture capital fund for Black women, Stephen A. That was canceled because of a racist organization. Bruh, you have no room to talk. You are only doing this shit so you can have a career. And I do not give a flying fuck what your bitch ass say. Don't give a fuck. Hey, Colter James Hodge, good to see you. I don't give a fuck. Because you can say, well, you know what, Braylon Lee, you on YouTube. Motherfucker, so is your ass. So is your ass. I don't like that. You don't go after the first lady because she had a fucking opinion. How old is you? 57 years old. closer to the grave to die than at the cradle to live life. And you want to get upset because a grown-ass woman has an opinion about you? Bruh, stop it. This just made you look weak as shit. And you do realize, like, the president's Rolodex is way longer than your Rolodex. You do know that the president has gotten into sports issues, right? He wants the Washington Commanders to go back to Redskins. And he wants the Cleveland Guardians to go back to the Cleveland Indians. Now, who's to say? Well, actually, I don't know if you would talk about black issues because, in the words of Terrell Owens, Max Kellerman is blacker than you, Stephen A. But let's just say you went after one of his people on First Take. You don't think he won't light your fucking ass up on Truth Social and drag your ass? Motherfucker, know your role, stay in your lane, and drive the fucking speed limit because this shit is ridiculous. Moving on. Make no damn sense. Shit. Now, with that being said, let's go to Kamala Harris. Okay, let's go to something actually positive, all right? So with Kamala Harris here, she's got something to say, everybody. Let's pay attention to that here. Here we go.
Just over a year ago, I launched my campaign for President of the United States. 107 days, traveling the country, fighting for our future. The shortest presidential campaign in modern history. It was intense, high stakes, and deeply personal for me and for so many of you. Since leaving office, I've spent a lot of time reflecting on those days, talking with my team, my family, my friends, and pulling my thoughts together. In essence, writing a journal that is this book, 107 Days. With candor and reflection, I've written a behind-the-scenes account of that journey. I believe there's value in sharing what I saw, what I learned, and what I know it will take to move forward. In writing this book, one truth kept coming back to me. Sometimes the fight takes a while, but I remain full of hope, and I remain clear-eyed. I will never stop fighting to make our country reflect the very best of its ideals, always on behalf of the people. So thank you for being in this fight with me. I am forever grateful, and I cannot wait for you to read this, and I'll see you out there. Take care.
You know, it really boggles my mind how we live in a world that we say we progressive, but yet we're so much more backsliders than progressive people. It's sad to me. This woman was more qualified than Stephen A. Smith's existence. Okay? And Stephen A. believes he has a chance to win the presidency. Motherfucker, I would vote for The Rock before your ass. Number two, do you not realize, Stephen A. Smith, that Kamala Harris would have cared about women's bodies because white men dictate what your daughters could and could not do with their bodies. Also, your sister Carmen. I know you love her very much. But most of all, this woman right here has done the work that Stephen A. will never have the capacity, capability, or the muscle to aim for the fucking toilet to do a fifth core or half what Kamala Harris has done to even have a chance to be president. We had one job, and the rest of y'all fucked it up. I hope you're happy with what you got. In the words of Dr. Facilier, you got what you wanted, but you lost what you had. Sometimes Disney movies are saying a lot more than just entertaining you. Moving on. Now, I know y'all like, damn, Bray, you on one today. Oh my God, okay. Child, listen. So check this out, y'all. Khloe Kardashian explains why she's the primary caretaker for Tristan Thompson's brother, Amari. He deserves my love and care. By the way, those last stories there came to us from the Jasmine brand. Khloe Kardashian says she chose to step in for Tristan Thompson's younger brother, Amari, following the death of his mother, Andrea. On a recent episode of Khloe in Wonderland, the reality star said, for those of you who don't know, Tristan has a younger brother who's 18 years old and he's severely disabled. Amari has LGS, Guest syndrome, which is a form of epilepsy, and he's disabled. He can't talk or walk, and he's never been able to walk. Andrea was Amari's sole caretaker while living in Canada. But after her son passed in 2023, Khloe says, me, Tristan, my whole family, took Amari back with us to the States. With Tristan's NBA schedule, caring for Amari full-time was practical. Tristan is in the NBA, and he is in a different state literally every other day, and it's just not conducive for Amari to be on that many planes. Amari stays with me in LA, and I've chosen to take care of him and be there for him because it's not good that he travels. Khloe added, we just want to provide Amari with the best, most beautiful life that we know how. He deserves that. She also addressed why she's involved despite no longer being with Tristan. Tristan's mom and I, we became such good friends. My relationship with Andrea has nothing to do with Tristan, and my commitment to her has nothing to do with Tristan. Amari deserves someone who will be there for him, take care of him, and so Amari deserves my love and care, regardless of where me and Tristan stand. And this is why I don't give up on people. And if you really want to hear how somebody is broken, toxic, and in their own hellhole, listen to how they carry themselves when they speak about other people who have been afflicted. Everybody in life has a disability, mentally, physically, socially, in every shape, form, or fashion. We are disabled somehow. And I know that people, they don't like the Kardashians for their reasons, right? But at this point, I'd rather have Khloe in our congregation of Black people than a Kanye West. Like I said, I'd rather have a Kamala Harris in our congregation and a Michelle Obama than a Stephen A. Smith. At some point in time, y'all, we gotta be about something. Otherwise, we get anything. Child. But I just wanted to mention this story. And if anybody makes fun of somebody who is disabled, it's just in a reflection of how really disabled your ass is. Don't be mad at somebody because they want to care about them and nobody wants to give a fuck about you. That's your problem, not ours. Moving on. With that being said, y'all, this is our final destination here. Y'all, check this out, y'all. Now, I heard about this. I'm like, wait a minute. What the hell is going on here? Like, oh, my God. So, heads up, Celsius energy drink cans were called after some was filled with vodka, okay, instead of caffeine, all right? A major recall is underway after High Noon revealed a shocking packaging mix-up involving Celsius energy drink cans. The company says some cans labeled as Celsius Astro Vibe energy drink Sparkling Blue Raz Edition were actually filled with vodka seltzer. I should have got one from my job. According to High Noon, a supplier mistakenly shipped the wrong canisters, resulting in Celsius branded cans with silver lids being used for alcoholic beverages. That means consumers expecting an energy boost may have unknowingly consumed alcohol. What flavor was it? Anyway, no injuries or illnesses have been reported, but the company said, but be warned rather the very real danger of unintentional alcohol consumption, especially for minors or those avoiding alcohol. The recall affects specific block codes on the bottom of Celsius cans, CCB 02 JL25 255 to 311. So that is, I guess that's the not the date, but that's the UPC. And High Noon Beach variety 12-pack boxes LCCC 17 JL25 14 to 2359 and LCCC 18 JL25 .00 to 3.00. Impacted products were shipped to retailers in 6 states between July 21st and 23rd. Consumers are advised to dispose of affected cans and email consumer relations at highnoonvodka.com. Child, listen. You know what? Yeah, I got some energy. No. What? You all right? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm doing good, bro. You no, I ain't sit down with you. You need to shut your motherfucking ass up. Okay, just don't get the boss involved. I took an energy drink. Chill, let me go on Braylon's channel and see what's going on. Give me the damn drink. Oh my God, y'all, that is the show. Oh my God, y'all. Sincerely. I had to let y'all know about that story. I thought that was just quite hilarious. Y'all know we always do a positive news story, and I wanted to show y'all this. Now, apparently, y'all know Omari Hardwick. He is a poet, right? And he's also a singer, and this, that, and third. But there is a new track out from Omari Hardwick and Anthony Hamilton called Page One. Okay, so here we go.
You the one I dreamed on since I was 10. The one I fiend on. JoJo, Casey, Devontae, Dalvin.
Joe the C song fit my style slim.
Smoking blunts in my Timbs. Hitting them corners when you the one I dreamed on since I left some in the wind. But now that I found you, I got my second win. You the blessing, you the win. Ooh.
You're one of them. Oh, you make it feel right. You make it feel right.
I left some.
So right here, Page is the album. A new chapter begins. Rather, Page One, the first entry in a soulful journey by Omari Hardwick official and Anthony Hamilton official, is out now. Raw emotion, southern soul, spoken word meets melody, a tale of love, legacy, and lyrical storytelling. Hit play and start the story. This is just the beginning. First of all, I really love it. It reminded me of Music Soul Child, dum 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 dum. I ain't trying to question you, just so I can show about you. Da 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 da. Be your girlfriend. I just wanna know your name, then somehow. Da 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 da. Don't worry, y'all. I will never be on American Idol. Okay, you don't ever have to worry about that. I'll just be here hosting. But I wanted to show that, and we always support Black excellence over here. So with that being said, I'm gonna turn my camera now because we don't show for her. And how are yes we have, man. What a show this morning, man. What a show this morning. Like I said, Gina Huynh, you were ridiculous, child, in writing that letter. Absolutely, damn ridiculous. In writing that letter, I just don't really understand how you could be kicked in the stomach so hard and go through this, that, and the third, but yet you want to write a letter for the person that abused you. Not to mention, too, you don't know if he has really evolved or changed or has even been a good man since y'all have broken up. So, child, that's going to backfire on you so damn bad. And, I hope that that's a marker for the men that want to date you. Yeah, I said it. Also women, too. Because, listen, find who you love, child, at this point. But you should be a better example for your daughter. You really should. $1 million, can it go a long way? I believe, as a man, think of so is he. So if you have spent purposefully and accordingly and you've been accountable for what you've done, then you'll just be better with $1 million. But if you've been frivolous, wasteful, and disrespectful with your money, you're gonna be more of that with $1 million. So that's what it is there. Lizzo with Sister Rosetta Tharpe. I cannot wait for that movie to come out. By the way, the Michael movie, I think, will be coming out next year. So I think they're almost done with production now. We do not know who's going to be Janet. A lot of people have been saying Haley Bailey is going to be Janet Jackson, but no official confirmation as of yet there. With Barack Obama, winning that hypothetical election, we would love that election. My Lord Jesus, I believe everybody would get out the house, and campaign for Obama if we could. Unfortunately, we cannot. And even though we cannot do that, thank God that this dumb fuck, not Obama, but this dumb fuck of a president can only do 2 terms. And then, Michelle Obama saying what needs to be said. She really didn't even say it in a mean way at all. You know what I mean? So, and listen, Stephen A., you say that you want to be in every sector of television. Reality TV is something that you have not done, sir. So, listen, that layup was actually for you, not against you. But, of course, you can't see that. And then Kamala Harris, 107 Days. I hope that book sells out across the world and it becomes a New York Times best-selling book. 4 day, I'm sure. So wishing nothing but love, light, and prayers to Kamala Harris for sure. And then, of course, Khloe Kardashian doing such a lovely, kind, and generous thing in taking care, being the primary caretaker for Amari. And I totally understand her position. And you know what? She deserves that. She deserves to be celebrated for that. Absolutely. She definitely deserves to be celebrated for that. And we need to uplift more people like Khloe Kardashian. Yeah, I said it. Y'all quit uplifting Kanye West and his dumb ass. Should have been swallowed by his damn mother Donda. Anyway, and finally, Woody Woodpecker. And then finally with Celsius, energy drink cans being recalled after some was filled with vodka instead of caffeine. I just find that hilarious. Like, did somebody have a long day on the production assembly line? Like, they were getting to do this shit. They're like, "No, I'm tired. I think this is right." That's what I really feel like. I feel like they said, I believe this is right. All right, y'all. Good job. I'm going home. I'll see y'all tomorrow. And then, they probably didn't even recognize what was happening until they probably got a call from, one of their family members like, hey, my niece or nephew, I stopped it, but dude, you do know that some of them are filled with vodka seltzer. Wait, what? Are you, bro? No. I did those. You might want to taste this. Oh shit! Damn. And then of course the new track, right here. Page One with Amari Hardwick and Anthony Hamilton. I love it. I really, really do. Anthony Hamilton is a cold brother. And Amari Hardwick has always been that dude. And I think a lot of people can say without Amari Hardwick being the star on Power, there would not be a Stars nor 50 Cent would ever have any paychecks coming in had not been for Amari Hardwick being that main one to set off everything. So I'm just keeping it a buck. We can respect 50, but also we can just say what needs to be said too. Yes, indeed. So yeah. Very, very good show this morning, y'all. Very, very good show this morning. So, like I said, if you're missing content, don't worry. We have it here for you. We reviewed and Hustle Houston. Yes, we did. Very, very good review. Love the show. Definitely will be reviewing that show for sure. Yes, indeed. Right now, that's got 143 views. Thank you all so much for that. And then Ready to Love. We covered it yesterday. The whole crew was back. Myself, GG9, our main man Q, and Talk with Salon, Dr. Ucha. We did that. That's got 194 views. Of course, we've been reviewing King's Court. We are caught up on episode 3. So if you missed King's Court, don't worry. We got you there. Then, of course, we talked about Shannon Sharp. That he's been fired from ESPN. Of course, Kiki from the Never Ever Mets, swimming in her own thick-held child. It was a lot going on. Then, of course, 90 Day Fiance, Hunt for Love. We talked about Nelly and Ashanti. We Belong Together, The Real Housewives of Atlanta. So we've been working over here, per usual. So yes, indeed. So you got a lot of content to catch up on over here as always. So yes, indeed, there. Sorry about the laptop in this morning, y'all. On that destination by Barack Obama, but we got through it though. We got through it. So yes, indeed. So yes, indeed, man. Good stuff today. Good stuff. Like I said, I really do love bringing y'all good stuff to y'all. Let me see something real quick. Source. Let me see something. Okay, so it looks like King's Court is up and loaded. So I guess we will review King's Court tonight, episode 4 at 6 o'clock. And I may do a little something for y'all at 8:30. I might. Just might. It's been a minute since I did this one particular thing, but y'all gotta stay tuned to see what it is. But yes, indeed. I'm Coach James Hodge. Love you, brother. Thank you so much to everybody that came through. Thank you so much. Please enjoy your day. Like I said, if you are looking for the highlights of this particular show, stand by. Okay, it's going to take a little bit of a minute to get the shorts up, but usually I get the shorts out the same day, and basically they're just highlights of the show that you literally just watched. So yes, indeed, it's almost like your daily dose of Braylon, and boy, you never know what's going to come out that dose, because whoo, child, it's one, and that's the thing too. It's one thing to see the commentary in its totality live on tour. I know not everybody's able to come to the tour, but if you go to shorts, you're able to see, the highlights. So yes, indeed, there. And man, I've seen some of my shorts. I'm like, good damn, I really said that. But anyway, one love, much love, all love as the fireworks going off behind us here. I feel love and send it right back to you. Y'all enjoy y'all day. I'll see y'all back here tonight at 6 o'clock for King's Court. The King Court after show, everybody. Episode 4. All right. One love, much love, all love. Bye, everybody.
I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner.
Good evening. My name is Mark Woodbury. I'm the chairman and CEO of Universal Destinations and Experiences. Well, we're finally here. Tomorrow we begin a new chapter at Universal Orlando Resort as we open Epic Universe. We built this place for you. I want to thank you, our fans, for your love of our stories, characters, and immersive experiences that inspired this incredible place. Epic Universe represents over 8 years of meticulous planning, immense creativity, and innovation, combined with unmatched craftsmanship and operational excellence on the part of thousands of people who have brought to life the stories and characters that live beyond each of Epic's portals. But it represents so much more. Your love of Universal and the deep connections we've shared together here in Orlando over the past 30 years inspired us to dream bigger and to push the boundaries to create something extraordinary for you and for generations of fans and families to come. And tomorrow, as we open Epic Universe, I can't wait for you to experience this place for yourself. Now it's your turn to step inside, to lose yourself, and to share this place with the ones you love most. As we open this park, we hope your world becomes a little more epic. Tomorrow, Epic Universe becomes yours.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
Child relevant over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child relevant over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child relevant over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time.